Hello everybody, this is not a crypto expert chiming in with another video, and in today's video I wanted to go over an idea that is being floated around by Japan's ruling party regarding a digital currency. But before I get into the topic of discussion for today, I wanted to ask that you please consider giving me a like, giving me a heart, giving me a thumbs up, giving me a follow, a subscribe. I am not going to ask you to share because it seems invasive. On my channel, I talk about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. I try to keep it entertaining with a beat in the background. Now, this article comes from Reuters, and it's about Japan's ruling party lawmakers to float idea of issuing digital currency. Now, a few months ago, China said that they were looking at replacing their paper currency with a digital currency, the digital yuan. So I think that we are right on the cusp of a digital currency war. Now, keep in mind, digital currencies are not cryptocurrencies. They're probably, I'm not going to say the exact opposite, but they're centralized. They're certainly not open, and they're controlled by the government. But that's not what this is about. This is about what I think is, like I said, we might be on the cusp of a digital currency war between, well, not like a literal war, but just a war of which currency will be used as possibly a reserve currency, and what will other countries do to counteract potentially digital currencies from other countries being reserve currencies. So let me go ahead and get into the article. A group of ruling lawmakers are working on a proposal for Japan to issue its own digital currency. One of the members said, in a sign of alarm, Tokyo's feeling about Facebook's Libra and China's drive to create a digital yuan. The digital currency could be a joint initiative between the government and private companies that will put Japan in tune with global changes in financial technology. Norihiro Nakayama, and I apologize if I'm butchering that name, who is a parliamentary vice minister for foreign affairs, told Reuters. The first step would be to look into the idea of issuing a digital yen, said Nakayama, a key member of the group comprised of about 70 Liberal Democratic Party lawmakers. China is moving towards digital yuan, so we'd like to propose measures to counter such attempts, he said on Thursday. The group, led by party heavyweight and former economy minister Akira Amari, plans to submit its proposal to the government as early as next month, Nakayama said. While Japan is unlikely to issue digital currencies anytime soon due to technical and legal hurdles, the move comes in the wake of a decision by the Bank of Japan to join 6 other central banks to share expertise on doing so in the future. In a sign of increased attention on digital currency in political circles, Minister Shinzo Abe told Parliament on Friday the government will work with the BOJ in studying digital currencies and find ways to enhance the yen's convenience as a settlement means. Facebook's push to launch its Libra currency has prodded central banks to quicken the pace at which they look at issuing digital currencies. Some Japanese lawmakers have voiced concern over Beijing's move as an attempt to expand the yuan as a settlement currency in emerging economies. Minister Taro Asa said earlier this month that it would be a very serious problem if digital yuan becomes a popular means for international settlement, as Japan settles transactions mostly in dollars. Former BOJ board member Takahide Kichu, however, said China and Japan have different reasons to consider issuing digital currencies. For China, the motivation is to enhance the yuan's clout in the global community. For Japan, it would be to change the country's cash-loving culture. The BOJ probably won't want to do anything that would stifle private sector innovation. The best way could be to issue a hybrid type digital currency that is operated and issued by private firms with the central bank's involvement. So I've talked about on my channel, not anything extensive. I actually was on the Venezuelan video where I was talking about Maduro forcing outbound international flights to purchase oil in their cryptocurrency, in the country's cryptocurrency. And what I was saying, well, parts of what I was saying in the video was a reserve currency, and how the United States dollar is a reserve currency. Well, it is the world's reserve currency. And I mean, it sounds like, and not only this article, but other articles that I've read regarding why Japan might be doing this is because of the issue that they don't want to have China's currency, their digital currency, become the global reserve. And that not only would it be catastrophic for Japan, but that would be catastrophic for the United States more than anything, because seeing as how we are the world's reserve currency, that means that we don't have to have anything really backing every single dollar. Like, we got off the gold standard in the 70s. If you want, Google the phrase petrodollar. It's not a conspiracy or anything like that, but our money is backed by the fact that we are the world's reserve currency and the world runs on oil. And if you want to buy oil, or at the time, if you wanted to buy oil, especially from OPEC, you had to purchase, or you had to get US dollars. And like I said, since that was the case, since all these countries around the world had our money, we didn't have to have anything that was really backing it, and not anything that was worth anything besides the fact that everybody had it. Well, if the Chinese digital currency becomes the way that the world starts to settle payments, whew, I don't even know what would happen. It's certainly, I can't see the United States just sitting back and allowing that to happen. I do know that the price of Bitcoin would probably shoot way through the roof if the United States dollar did not remain the world's reserve currency. But I would imagine that there are going to be other countries that are also looking at trying to combat the Chinese digital currency by creating their own digital currency to make settlement easier for other people and to try to keep our way of life. And when I say our, I mean the people that use the United States dollar as the world reserve currency, to keep that in place. So this is interesting. We'll see where this goes. I know that China is moving full steam ahead with their plans for their digital currency. Once again, it's not a cryptocurrency. It's it's probably, it's not even probably. It's controlled by the government. They have access to your wallet. They issue the money. It's just a form of money, just digitized. And I'm actually going to do a video on it. Binance did a report on the what they had found out about the Chinese Digital Yuan, and I just hadn't gotten around to creating a video on it. But you know what? That will be the next video. I believe it's the article came out in October, so I've really been slacking on that. But forgive me. This is a hobby of mine, folks. So with that being said, don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, that follow button, that heart button. I'm not going to ask you to share because it seems invasive. And I hope that you're having a great morning, a great afternoon, and an even better evening.